Hey, Giant fans. Welcome to the Giant Insider Podcast, brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook on the Believe Network. Just get right into it, Chris. 1,602 straight games. The team up by 18 with 6 minutes to go. They won the game until today. I am at a loss, man. This is an all-time horrible loss. Painful. This is up there with Trey Junkin. I know it's not a playoff game, but it's up there with the Trey Junkin game. It's up there with the Deshaun Jackson game. This was embarrassing. 33 points by the defense in the fourth quarter. You have a young quarterback who led you down the field to take the lead. Second time this year. I mean, like second time in a lifetime, this shouldn't happen. But second time this year, the Giants take the lead with 30 seconds or so to go, and they lose a game. I knew it was going to happen when Jude missed the extra point. But listen, man. Yeah, okay. He was bad. He missed 2 extra points. It shouldn't happen. But how is this not on the defense, dude? I mean, Jackson Dart's interception was terrible, but I expect things like that to happen. I'm okay with it. It's what I sign up for. The defense, I don't know if it was the scheme. I want you to comment on it, but that fourth quarter was an embarrassment. That last drive was terrible. It's an all-time loss, Chris. I don't even know what to say, man. It was an all-time loss for this franchise on top of a bunch of all-time losses that we've gone through as fans. This is just another one in the long line of losses, man.
Yep. I don't know if Shane Bowen is going to survive this collapse.
He shouldn't.
Especially when you see videos of Brian Burns yelling, why we drop at 8, and all that. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like you said, Jerry, I put it on X a little while ago. I know 2 missed extra points and Jude McIntamney.
Yeah.
McIntamney, whatever it is.
I get it wrong every time.
He will not be the kicker anymore.
Yeah.
But they scored 32 points.
Yeah.
And you're up 26-8 in the fourth quarter. And you're up by 33 at one point, whatever it was, 26-8. And they scored, another team scores 33 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And you scored 32, and then you allow 37 seconds left. You allow 2 big plays down the field. Exactly, man. I know Jackson made that huge mistake. Then he leads him down the field. I thought it was a gift that DPI at the 1 yard line, to be honest with you. But they'll take it. They scored a touchdown. And then the defense gets it right back. This one's like the Dallas game, another road game. This one's on the defense. And I know a ridiculous call, rushing 3, but once again, Drew Phillips gives up a big play. He's not playing good football. So everybody stop pretending because he comes up with a big hit once in a while. He's been targeted by every team. He gives another DPI today. Gave up big plays all over the field. And then you get Tate Banks, who's in there for Debo, who's out, who once again was a disaster. I mean, I have to be honest with you. You got Art Green and Nick Jones active. Stop putting Tate Banks on the field, dude.
Yeah, right.
Give Art Green a shot.
Yeah.
After Banks with his ridiculous leverage, taking on a block, he should have maintained outside leverage on that Knicks run. Cuts inside again. Once again, we've seen that. Knicks cuts outside, scores in the end zone, easy touchdown. But this one's on the defense, man. When it was 26-8, and the Giants made it 26-8, me being the biggest idiot on the planet says, well, this one's all but over. The way they were playing.
we all thought it. We all thought it. We're all idiots because we all thought it.
The way the defense was playing, it was like they couldn't do anything offensively. I thought the Broncos' offense was a joke the whole game. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. This is the Giants, right? Welcome to Giants world. Scatterbo and Jackson Dart. But, and once again, Jerry, when you need that big sack,
didn't get it.
And all that talk about, all this, the fearsome force defensive line, they only had 2 sacks today, couldn't get a big sack when they needed it.
Yeah. And if they don't get the sacks, you got nothing else because that secondary is a mess. I mean, they're good in spots. Flott's playing really well. Banks is terrible. Dane Belton played pretty well coming in, but they don't, it's just not consistent. That secondary is so inconsistent. And when Banks came in, it was open season. And Phillips, like you said, had a bad game. I just felt for Jackson Dart, Chris. I mean, he led them down the field. Yeah, the pass interference was a gift, but the 4th and 19 was a hell of a play. They got that first down.
Unbelievable.
They got that first down. And then the 15 yards tacked on. It was like, oh, we're in business. Here we go. And then the
Yeah.
1 yard run, one of the best 1 yard runs from a quarterback I've ever seen. And I'm thinking, we got our guy. I mean, and that's the thing I come away with. If I could come away with anything positive, Giant fans, I come away with, we got our guy. It's becoming more and more evident every week now. This kid's a gamer. This kid, nothing. It didn't bother him at the end. He just came right back and scored.
Yeah,
and
even after the sack, even after that sack on the last drive, even after they got a sack,
and the delay of game,
and the delay of game,
right? He still did it, and that's who I feel for. Like, oh, Jackson, like, yeah, man, it's just that, like you always say, it's still on the walls, and you got to get it out of the walls. But when they scored, I just looked at the time and I saw 31 seconds. I thought, oh, it's too much time. And then he misses the extra point. Like, here we go again, man. It's this defense. Like, I don't know, twice in one season, right? That is insane. But 33 points in the fourth quarter. That's just, I mean, what can you say to that? That is beyond embarrassing. And the roller coaster ride that this team gives you. You know, then Dable's throwing his headset. I don't know if he's mad at Bowen, whatever.
He was yelling at Bowen on the sideline.
What can you say? Like, they come up with new. I wanted to cry at the end of that game. Like, how did we just lose this? I don't even know how we lost that game. 26-8, and we're feeling so good. 19-0. We felt like, man, we are dominating this team, shutting them up. All the shit they talked on X back and forth, and if anything, Dart and Scatterbo played well. Like, they kind of shut them up. Like, look, these guys are gamers. These guys are players, right? They're gonna lead this resurgence one day, but we just cannot help but lose games like this still. It's unbelievable. This one was epic, and this is going to be talked about for such a long time until you turn this around. You're just going to point to this game and say, well, that's how they lose. That's the Giants. 1,602 straight. And then I saw you commented on another X post. Like, I think, what is it? Knicks became the first quarterback, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter, yeah. They're a team of first. The Giants are a team of first, all negative first.
Oh my God. What can you say to this, man? But
yeah, I mean, and they were way more physical of a team. Now you could tell you could tell the air got to the defense in the fourth quarter. They were gassed.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at, Broncos take great pride in being a physical defense and stuff, and the Giants were whipping them on both sides of the ball. The Giants went into Denver, were whipping them on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
And then it just turned when they went up 26-8, and they went down the field and made it 26-16, and they gave up 2-point conversions, a couple of them.
Which seems so easy for Denver, didn't it? Those 2-point conversions just seemed like there was no resistance at all.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then then Nick started using his legs, and I had no idea what Denver's Sean Payton and the whole offense, what they were doing until they made it 26-16. And then what happened? What happened? The Dart pick, they don't get a stop, easy. Evan Ingram down the sideline. Phillips, I guess, is gassed. He just goes like this. Evan Ingram doesn't even push him out of bounds. He gains another 15 yards.
Yep.
Contested catches. Nobody could come up with a PD. The Banks, Phillips, that play, 3-man rush. He just, he throws it that ball of Mims right in front of Phillips. Doesn't see it till it's too late. Then he goes with that back shoulder fade down the sideline, goes up and gets it. Banks has no idea where the ball is, can't come up with a pass defense. And the next thing you know, obviously they're kicking the chip, basically like today's NFL, 38-yard, 39 is a chip shot.
Yeah, for some,
especially in that air up, up there.
Yeah.
So, and then the next, you're losing in a miraculous way. Once again, the Giants create a new art form how to lose a game. It's amazing.
Yeah. And I know people had issues with some of the play calling on guys. I didn't care that we took chances. I didn't care about the bomb to Hyatt or, passing when I think it was the second to last drive where they said, oh, you got to run it so you kill the time. I understand all that. Okay. But you got to go back to 33 points in one quarter, man. I don't know how you look past that. That was why we lost the game. Nothing else. I mean, okay, extra points. Yes, he's going to be gone. Jude's gone. But 33 points in the fourth quarter. Come on. I mean, like you said, I don't think Shane Bowen survives the week. That's my prediction. I have no idea about that. I don't know how he's going to make it to Philly. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he's gone before the end of the week. That's just me.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's gone tomorrow.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's gone tomorrow.
So I'm not out of bounds saying that then.
No, I said it before when we started the podcast. I don't think he survives this.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
so
okay.
I don't think
yeah,
he.
so
I don't
this week,
think.
literally this week. Okay. Yeah.
Well, if you're going to make the move, you're doing it tomorrow because you got a game plan. You're not
Yeah.
going to do it Friday. You got a
Right.
game plan.
Yeah.
With you, whoever takes over. You know, so
Yep.
I don't know if he survives this. From what I understand, a lot of players were questioning the scheme and was questioning the calls on the last drive. We've seen this before with Dallas. So guys got to look. Also, guys got to make plays and all that stuff.
Yeah. Right.
They didn't do it. And look, I know people are like, "Oh, you should have just kept running the ball 3 times." And then if you run the ball 3 times, you get stopped on 3rd down. People be like, "Oh, come on, you got to go for the kill."
Right. You're too conservative. You're too conservative. Right.
Yeah, which they did. Right. They did. They tried to get the 1st down, whatever. Dart gets picked off and all that stuff. It was a bad play by Dart. That was really the first true, real bad play by Dart.
Yeah.
The real bad play.
But
it's going to happen. He's a rookie.
Exactly. And I'm expecting that to happen. So when it happened, it was, oh man, bad play.
Pick him
bad
up.
play.
Pick him up. Pick him up.
Yeah. Make a stop, guys. And you know what? He picked himself up that last drive. He got it done. He got them in a position to win. You know, it's just 30 seconds left again. You look at the clock and you're like, there's just not enough. There's too much time. And you shouldn't feel that way. But you have to with this team, with this franchise. Too much time. 31 seconds is an eternity. And it was 24 seconds in Dallas. So so this was almost worse because they got so much further down the field. Dallas, it was still a long field goal. And you're like, well, he can hit it, but there is a chance he misses. This was, like you said, 33 yards. Yeah, it's a chip shot, or 38 yards, whatever it was. But I thought, like, again, coming out of this game, I know nobody wants to hear about positives, right? But Dart's a positive. Scatterboo is a positive. I thought Wan'Dale Robinson played really well. We've discovered Bellinger again, right? Like, the offensive line played well. Like, we're now an offense that can score points, Chris. Like, this isn't a joke anymore. Like, this offense can move the ball without a number 1 receiver. We're doing it without a number 1 receiver. And they did it against that defense. Like, I'm trying to be a little glass half full here and say, well, you know, we can compete with anyone every week now with this offense. It's just what we do on defensively, especially, that 4th quarter was absurd. It was embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, Jerry, 34 points against the Eagles.
Yeah.
A pretty decent day, a pretty good day. 32
sure.
points against the second-rated D today. And it wasn't like the defense set them up a couple of times in plus territory. There was no turnovers. The Giants had no turnovers today.
We lost the turnover battle, right?
Right?
Yeah.
So the offense is what did it,
Yep.
Tight ends involved, Bellinger, obviously Theo Johnson with the deflection of Wan'Dale.
Yeah.
Dart taking it in, Scat on the screen, So the offense with 350 yards, whatever it was, 32 points, got the drive down at the end with a little help from the refs. And the defense, once again, defense is 28th in the league, 27th in the league coming in this game. And they show why they were 28th in the league, 27th in the league in the last 3 drives, right? Or last 4 drives by Denver, whatever it was. So.
Yeah. You think about it. Only 1 wide receiver caught passes in this game for the Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson. That's it. The rest were tight ends.
Just think about that.
Yeah. 32 points with that. Our slot receiver was the only one to catch passes. That's crazy. I mean, little Jordan Humphrey, or was it Collins? I forget which one it was. Drew the penalty, sure. But catching the ball, Wan'Dale Robinson, 6. That's it. The rest they're all tight ends. No, I'm sorry, 2 tight ends and then Cam Scatterboo. That's it. So we're doing this with smoke and mirrors, and it's still getting done.
Jerry, if you would have told me before this game, well, the other day when we were doing a podcast that it's going to be a 33-32 game, I would have called you nuts.
Yeah.
I had it like a 16-13, 17-13 type game, which it looked like in the first quarter. That's where they were heading.
Yeah.
And then the Giants, moved the ball, man. Moved the ball. They're up at halftime, 13-0. And then they come out and they score, and it's 19-0. So, and once again, 13-0. And what was it, 19-0, Jerry?
It was 19-0. After Tracy scored, it was 19-0
for some stupid reason.
That's another thing. Yeah, chasing the points. Yep.
With that stupid analytical chart, once again, chasing points in the 3rd quarter, up 19. Just make it 20-0, dude.
Yeah.
That burned them in the ass too.
Yeah. Yep.
Besides that, Jude missed extra points because of that stupid analytical chart. Dude, I mean, come on. Why are you chasing points early 3rd quarter?
And the rate at which we get 2-point conversions is not as easy as other teams either. It's such a crapshoot with that. But when Tracy went up, I mean, 19-0. You're thinking we are beating their ass. Like this is amazing. Come on, we got this. And then all hell broke loose.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like Jerry. It wasn't like a game to a bolt going up and down, a field up and down, and you say, "Oh,
like the Dallas game,
they weren't moving the ball."
Right. It wasn't like the Dallas game where it was back and forth. Right.
I mean, the Giants were manhandling them on defense up front.
Yep.
They were manhandling them.
Yep.
Knicks couldn't do anything. Right? He couldn't do anything.
Yeah. I thought Burns had 2 sacks. Carter had one that was taken away because of a holding penalty, which they accepted. I thought Thibodeau played a bad game, Chris. The one time he pinched in.
Yeah, he was all right. I mean, got to make an impact. When you're Jerry, how many times do we hear this, about sack numbers and you heard the Giant players at the beginning of the year, well, we never really play with a lead, to pin our ears back. Well, guys, guess what? You play with a lead, a big lead, and they were pinning their ears back. And, once again, Dexter Lawrence, a very quiet game.
Very quiet
game.
Yeah.
Very quiet game. Thibodeau, pass rush wise, very quiet game. I mean, Thibodeau, Carter, and Burns had a couple of sacks, but Carter pretty much a quiet game. You got to get those sacks, man, and those big drives. Somebody's got to step up and get those sacks.
And we got to make the play like Robertson Harris, get the interception. That game's over, right? Like on a goal line. I mean, it is what it is, man. It's just so shitty. What a shitty way to lose. And in a long line of crappy ways to lose games, we just figure it out. This one, stat-wise, is embarrassing. And, you thought the conversation on New York sports radio would be about the Jets being terrible and, the Giants' awesome win. And it's just now the Giants' losses. This is going to dominate everything, the way they lost this game.
And, Jerry, I was ready to punch it in on X. I'm ready to punch it in. 3-4. It's now a season, right?
Yeah, I know. I wanted to say
3-4. It's now a season. That's all I was thinking about in the fourth quarter, Jerry. The second, I was always thinking about, man, 3-4. Play the Eagles next week. Yeah, I know the Eagles won today, but everybody's gonna be interested. It's now a season. Like now, you can look at it and go, okay, we can start looking at some division stuff now. I mean, what's Washington? Oh, they lost again. Dallas is, you know what I mean? And the Eagles are struggling. The Eagles won. They're 5-2, but they're still like, Eagle like, blah, 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 blah. And then. There goes that, because they're going to lose to the Eagles Sunday. You know that.
They are. They're going to get smoked.
And this season is going to be
down the tubes.
Pretty much.
It's going to end in Philly next week. It's funny you say that because I wanted to start this podcast with season on. That was first words were going to be season back on. And now we are where we are. Another embarrassing loss and maybe some changes being made. But what can you say, Chris? I mean, how long are we going to talk about this? I mean, I cannot believe it. We were heading towards such a positive podcast. And again, there's still things to be positive about going forward, but this one just stings, man. This was a heartbreaker. This was a soul crushing defeat. And like you said, we both feel the same way. They're going to lose to Philly next week, and then they're 2-6, and then it's just back to what it was before. Now you're watching to see if Jackson Dart can progress and what he can do, and that's the rest of the season. So, this is a loss. You don't come back from losses like this, right? In 2010, when they lost to Philly, the Deshaun Jackson game, they got smoked in Lambeau the following week, right? Technically, if they won their last 2 games, they could have made the playoffs. Well, they lost, and they finished 10-6. Right? They lost to Green Bay the following week. Then they beat Washington. They were 10-6 and didn't make the playoffs. They win one more game, they're in. You don't come back from losses like this. That's all.
Yeah, it's very tough too, man.
Yeah.
Especially, you got to see how guys coming back too. Like, Burns, I would expect to play. He had a walking boot on in a locker room. He said it was just precautionary. But how about a Debo, right? What if Debo can't go? He had to leave. Holland, look, I got to be honest with you. Holland hasn't done much anyway.
Belton, like you said, Belton's better.
I got to be honest with you. I'm looking at Belton the way he's playing. I'm looking at Holland. I'm saying to myself, maybe I'm crazy for throwing that tweet out there. But I'm saying to myself, man, is Belton just as good, if not better, than Holland? You know what I mean?
And the tackle he made on the goal line was beautiful. The hit he made.
Yeah. So I mean, but we'll see what happens with the Debo during a week. Not that he's playing lights out, but he's better than Banks.
Oh God, anybody is.
And
You're better than Banks.
Cordell Flott's the best corner on the team. It's not even close, in my
He's
opinion.
playing
It's not even
great.
close.
He's playing great.
So I mean, Dobbins had like 80 yards, but then Bo Nix hurt him with his legs in the fourth quarter. Hurt the team hurt the Giants with his legs in the fourth quarter. But it is. I don't even know what much more to say.
No,
2-5.
Yeah.
That loss is the only thing that was missing. Jerry, we've been around a long time watching the Giants. The only thing that's missing in that was that it wasn't a playoff game. That's the only thing that's missing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, like the Viking game or the San Francisco game.
Or the 49, because we've been through some ridiculous playoff losses like that too.
Right.
So that's the only thing that's kind of missing. We've had our share of regular season games, but I don't know. I don't know what much more to say.
Nothing. No.
It just seems like it's never the other side. Like it never happens when the Giants do something miraculous, a miraculous comeback and win a game. It's always against the Giants.
Yeah.
And all that. So I thought, look, I know Jackson lost track of the game play clock a few times as a mistake by Jackson. You got to know the play clock, but in my opinion, too, Dable's got to save his ass a few times and call timeout.
I was surprised he didn't call timeout at that one. Yeah.
I mean, Dable, you looking at the play clock too, dude?
Right. I can't believe they didn't call timeout there.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, I agree.
So Jackson, look, if the one thing in his game so far with Jackson Dart is that he has not been accurate down the field, 20-plus yard plays.
He's been short a lot of times too. Yeah.
He overthrew.
He overthrew high as well. Yeah, that's right.
A little bit.
Yeah.
He has not been accurate throwing the ball down the field, big plays. That's the only thing about so far going on with Jackson as far as a negative, but I'm not going to get into negatives with Jackson Dart.
No, right.
Because, leading that throw to Wandell, 4th and 19.
Forget it.
Stepping up, and Wandell getting to the sticks. After the sack, nothing gets Jackson Dart down. Nothing gets him down. He just keeps fighting, you know?
Yeah.
And like we said, I think the Giants are in good hands with him. But, it's complimentary football, brother. Both sides of the ball. Jackson can't play defense, too. So after the Giants looked like they were down and out and that place was going crazy and the Broncos were going crazy, Jackson still made a big play on 4th and 19. And then, he threw it up there and they got the DPI call. And then he rushes it in, and he did get the team in front. He did put them in front, man. With 30 something, with 30, whatever it was,
31 seconds left.
Yeah. I mean, you can't play football. You can't take a knee, Jerry, and go, okay, let it run down the ball. Now we'll try to get it in. No, you got to get it in.
Right.
When you get it in, and you hope the defense gets a stop. And Bo Nix making 2 throws that, to me, was like inexcusable. They both should have been broken up. So.
And even on special teams, Chris, they tackle them, I think, inside the 20.
Yeah.
Right. Like, oh, wow, you set them up beautifully. Great. Nope. Not good enough. Still not good enough.
So this is the type of game where somebody usually might get fired.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but well, I shouldn't say I hate to say it, but I know people are not going to agree with that. But Shane Bowen might not survive this. He might not survive this. So we'll see. I know folks don't want to hear this, but we have to thank FanDuel and say that the Giants did cover the spread. Sorry, guys, I have to bring that up. I'll never say it again. Sorry about that. But thank you, FanDuel, as always. Listen, man, what else can you say, Chris? Monumental loss in monumental loss in NFL history. Really bad in Giants history. Yeah. Yep. Giants history, NFL history. What more can we say? Nothing else. So that's it. We'll be back this week. Yeah. Talk about some more things. Preview the Eagles game. I'm not quite sure what happened with them today. I know they won. I wasn't quite sure how they won, but going. Yeah, it would have been real. It would have been real nice, Jerry, if they just obviously would have just held on to this game and go into Philly 3-4. Would have been very interesting. Now would have been awesome. Now the interest is really waning at best. Waning and went out the window with that. It was the AJ Brown Devontae Smith show today. That's what it was for the Eagles. Was it? Okay. Yeah, and Carson Wentz, and they beat the only quarterback they probably could have beaten today, other than Justin Fields. Carson Wentz. He was, he threw the ball away twice in the first half.
So he's a terrible.
I know he had
quarterback.
a pick six. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, other than Justin Fields, Carson Wentz was the other quarterback they could have beaten today, and they happen to be playing him. So
Yeah.
anyway,
So we'll see.
folks, what the hell can we say? Hang in there. We'll see you. We'll probably come back to you Wednesday to preview the Eagle game. Sundays are Giant days. Take care.